Hi, how are you? My name is Susan. Welcome to my channel. Hello to my new subscribers and hello to my existing subscribers. I'm going to try and keep you entertained for about 30 minutes today. So get yourselves comfortable and get yourselves cozy because this is all about the cozy vibes, the Christmas vibes, the gift vibes. It's all going to be on here, and later on we're going to have a try on haul. So I've been to Primark and I wanted to get some more office wear because I don't know about you, but I struggle in work to sit at a desk and keep warm. I just long to be at home, and so I bought some more things that are presentable and I think smart but will also keep me snug. I've been in work today and I've got my thermals on. I'm cold, and I walked the dogs this morning and it was pitch black outside, and I want to finish this video, do a bit of cozy home baking, and that'll be my treat after I've done some ironing. So I just want to be, in a snug environment and getting all into the autumnness. So if this is your type of content, then stick with me and it will be lovely to have you with me. And I hope I give you some ideas and inspiration of things you might want to buy as well. I don't really go mad well, I do go mad in the shops, that's an understatement, but I try to buy things that I actually need or I'm going to use. So let's get into it. The first thing I did, bought some bedding off Vinted. I love Vinted, go on Vinted every day. It's a real weakness. My family want to delete the app off my phone, but I think you can get some real bargains. And I've been looking for some tartan bedding, and I do get rid of so much during the week to the charity shops. So I just threw some bedding out and I've got some new because I think we all like some bit of brushed cotton, don't we, in these winter months. And my first thing up is from Vinted and it's the green tartan bed set. So hold on and I'll just pick it up. I got this M&S king size bed set off Vinted and I think I paid £30 or something, and I think it's about 45, but obviously brand new in the pack, and it's reversible. So it's the blue and the green tartan, and that is just going to be so lush. I'm holding off putting it on at the moment, but I've got some really good curtains and I don't know if you've ever seen them, and I got them a while ago from Dunelm. But essentially they're reversible and they're green velvet on one side and blue velvet on the other. And I do go for quite dark styling in my bedrooms. I really like the dark florals, the vintage prints. So I have the navy blue to me on the summer months, and then I reverse it to the green, and it just gives you a little something to look forward to. I like to swap it over and it just gives you that variety because I get so bored with things, and this is part of why I do so much shopping. So I got that from Vinted, and then I went into Primark. I got a lovely brushed cotton green king sized fitted sheet, and that was £13. So I feel like I've got myself all festive there, and that's going to be lovely. I've also got myself a new candle. I like to sniff the candles in Primark. I think they're really good value. They're not the best, they're not, Home Sense, Sand and Fog and everything else, but they are good, and I think you have to try a few. And have you seen that edit range? Oh my goodness, the bedding and the candles and everything is so luxe. So I'll put a little clip of a Christmas cushion that I saw in there. Oh, it's £35, but wow, it's amazing. Have a look if you have Primark edit range home decor accessories, because they are to die for, literally. I thought I needed a throw to complement everything, and this was £14, this beautiful soft tartan throw, which is going to just be the finishing touch on my bed, I think. If we're keeping on the bedtime theme, I've also treated myself to some pajamas from Sainsbury's. If you know, you know. And these are not in the shops, and I ordered these online. Gutted because they've now got 20% off everything, but they've got the beautiful ski chalets on. and they are navy blue and white. They've got the little hot drinks caravans and the forestry, and I am a real fan of these Sainsbury's pajamas, so I got those in a 14. They look fine, and the reason I'm showing you is because I can't wait to get those worn. They are going to be fabulous. I don't really like pajamas that's too hot, but these are so nice. I especially like all the piping. I think they look really special. You know, if you were going on I don't know, a weekend away with girlfriends and you were going to hire an Airbnb and, you know, have really nice cozy meals in the Airbnb, I could just see myself in those pajamas. That's never going to happen, but you might be doing something like that. So treat yourself to some nice Sainsbury's pajamas for an all-girls weekend break. Then the other thing I want to show you, Primark, which I always buy, which you probably haven't seen or you've probably not been interested, but I buy these mints always at the till, and I know it's one of those where they're at the checkout and you're tempted, but these watermelon mints, if you haven't tried them, I think they're £1. Oh, they're the best things ever, but they are quite addictive. And then I got a really lovely candle, which is this one, and it's the fig and cedar, and that was only 3, so that's really reasonable, and it looks very lush and it smells gorgeous, because some of them, you know, some of the autumnal ones, I think they smell awful, but this is really beautiful. And 32 hours, so not an expert on candle duration, but I think that looks quite luxe. Tell me what you think. I might as well keep you on the Primark theme and show you some accessories. I got these rings. They're always very good value. And you know what I've noticed? I went to Bershka the other day, and if you go to Zara as well, or anywhere like that, River Island, they have the similar jewellery. It's probably the same manufacturer, and it's like 3 times the price. So for £1 a ring, I thought they were really lovely. And I do like to wear the rings at the weekends. And I've gone down a ring size, which is great, but they £3.50, you can't go wrong really, can you? And I always get complimented on the rings actually, so that's a top tip. If you don't look at the rings, they did have those Rita Ora watches, and I did want one. It's a Cartier style, but the strap was really grotty, really plasticky, and they're £10, and I thought, no, I'll not bother with the watch. Sometimes I do actually say no to myself, because I love that section. I got some string lights. I know that you don't always get very many, but these were too nice to leave. They were £3.50, and they've got obviously the red velvet bows, and I just thought they were beautiful. They are battery operated for indoor use, and they are 2 meters. So I got 2 of those, and I don't have anything in mind for them at the moment, but when I trim, I will find a use for those. I might even do, can you see my staircase? I might do along the banisters or something like that. But you can't really do anything with one, so even if I do the fireplace, I'll need a couple. I don't like things to look skimpy, because I think that looks cheap. So I like to have a luxe look, and those I think were adorably pretty. So I got 2 of those, £3.50. I got some beautiful trimmings. Oh, Primark Christmas is phenomenal. If you haven't been, you must go. And I was really lucky, because the first time I went the other week, everything had been ransacked. It was such a state. It wasn't really a nice shopping experience, but they restocked. So when I went this week, I got these, and these are £4.50 for 2, which again, I think is a lovely, there's a good price, and they look so nice. So they could be just dangling a couple of those from the fireplace or something like that. I am quite matchy, so I would have preferred 2 the same, but they're nice. And there's always one, isn't there, that you like better than the other. but £2.25 each. I thought that was good. And then you might have seen these. I think they're a bargain for £4. I do think you need quite a few things to build a look up. So I will mix those with some gold frames, and that was £4.50. You have to be very careful because I took some back because the bow had broken off. They're only cheap, tacky things, but I think they will look nice. And I'm not going to be full on overboard with the bow theme. I will have some of it because I had some last year, but I'm not going to, you know, go completely wappy, because that's obviously the theme is the pink bows or the green bows or the red bows. I'll try not to go overboard with it because I think you can have too much of a good thing. So it has to be nice and in certain places to just complement the look. So that's the sort of idea I'm going for. But this can go out all year round, and I think it's quite bedroomy. £4.50, I thought that was nice. Next, I bought this adorable trinket dish, which is so pretty, and it's giving me all the Love Actually vibes, and it's ribbed and it's got the bow on the lid, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to have to be so careful with this. And it was £5, which is a bit expensive for Primark, but I think it would be so pretty with some tissue paper in and some jewellery for a present. And they only had a few of those, so I just grabbed it. But it's quite deep, isn't it? I just think it's a keeper. It won't go out of fashion, that, will it? And it's really traditional. I think it's adorable. And talking of tissue paper, we've got tissue paper. I do think it elevates the look of a present when you've got some nice wrapping. And I have been through that trend of doing in brown paper and writing all over it and drawing on it, which I like, but I think it's time to move on. And I got these two, which are very pretty. I've got the pink bows, and which obviously can do birthdays as well. Tissue paper set, £2.50. So it's got 10 tissue papers and 1 sticker each for each sheet. And this one is the more traditional. Again, £2.50. But these were in low supply. And I would say, if there's anything you like in any shop, let alone Primark, get it, because you can go back and it won't be there. I just think snooze you lose on all things retail wise lately, because the shops don't stock like they used to. They don't even put the lights on, do they? So if you see something, get it, because there's no guarantee they're going to get more. And this is so pretty, isn't it? And again, we've got the ribbon theme. I do feel I've got enough of the ribbon theme. Can you imagine that with a poinsettia in? Or can you get red cyclamens? Probably can. And that was £5, which I thought was very reasonable. You could even put, wouldn't that be nice to do a plant in that for somebody, and put some cellophane over the top and put a big red bow on? I think that would be a gorgeous present. But the reason I was drawn to this, don't you think it's like the spode? They seem to be duping the spode plates, which they have had in HomeSense. I don't know if they still do. Tell me what your favourite is so far. I'm not sure if I am going to gift these or not. These were £3.50, and I think I might gift them because I've got my grandchildren quite a lot of hot chocolate things. Their birthdays are the day after each other in November, so I'm going to give them some identical gift wraps, and that might be part of it. I know my granddaughter will love anything like this. So I got these for £3.50, and I got them some Polar Express mugs in the charity shop. They were, I think, £1.50, and I'll show you those. I'm obsessed with anything Polar Express related, and they say believe in them. and it's the 20th anniversary of Polar Express. These 3D mugs are lovely. Oh no, there was £6 in the charity shop. So they've both got the same, and this is going to be their sort of hot chocolate gift. And they want money, but I do like to give them a few gifts. So I've got them this. This is, I've not seen them in lately, but I got this in the summer for them, and it's a milk frother from Home Bargains. I think it was about £15. So they will love messing about with that, and they can use their Polar Express mugs. And I bought them this from Home Bargains. You've probably seen these. They have them every year. I just thought that was nice on the display because my daughter's quite aesthetic. And I will get them more marshmallows because you're obviously going to get like 1 cup in there. And then my favourite, if you've not got into these already, the biscuits from Home Bargains that are a dupe of the M&S ones that are unputtered downable, the chocolate custard creams. They do the bourbons as well, but they're not as nice as the custard creams. So I'm going to give them some biscuits, the spoons, the frother, the mugs, and they'll really enjoy messing about making those. Because when you've got your birthday in November, I think it's really nice to give all the Christmas pajamas and things like that, because then they can start to get the use of them. I've not got them pajamas, but there's still time. And I'll give them some money as well. My granddaughter, she likes money for, I don't know, hair care, makeup and things like that. She really liked the Charlotte Tilbury voucher I gave her last year. And my grandson's just been through the Argos catalogue, and he's been picking VR headsets and Nintendos and things like that. So they'll want some money towards the things they want. I hate giving them money though. I'd rather see them with things, but that's the age, isn't it? When we were younger, we all wanted money. And I did buy her this makeup bag from Primark, which I thought was really sweet, and it was £8. Now I do like all the furry things. I love the tactileness of these furry things, and it's a really good size makeup for all her brushes and everything. But I don't know about you, but I really worry about landfill with all these things. I just think about how long it takes for these to decompose, and it does put me off, I have to say, but she will really enjoy that, and it's so cute. So I try to, you know, say to myself, oh, try and think of other ways to be more sustainable. So that's hers, obviously duping the Machino. And a couple more things from different shops. So Home Bargains, I got the bell. That is just too cute, isn't it? The Polar Express bell, and we will watch that. I love that film. I'm not so bothered about Home Alone and everything else, but this one I've really taken to, so we will hopefully put that on. I've also bought these from B&M. These really thick velvet ribbons. I just like to have them in if there's something I want to do, and they were £2, so that was a quick grab those while they've got them. So I got a couple of those. I like them to dangle with the bells on my balustrade, so I shall probably do an interesting display with those. And then also in Home Bargains I got my crackers, because they had these 2 left, just 2 boxes, and I grabbed them to go on my display, and we just pull them all at once because with children they just want them all, don't they? So we just do it, and when it's done, it's done. And I'll show you this as well. This is so cute. We went to the works. I'm really trying to get the Hairy Bikers cookbooks because I think they're really good cooks, aren't they? And I was so sad about that one of them passing, and I didn't really get into the Hairy Bikers, but they seem so very popular. Anyway, I want to buy the pie book, and I think, tell me if you've got the Hairy Bikers cookbooks. I bought one today in the charity shop and it was vegetarian, but I think I want the pie one. So tell me which the best one is, and I'll buy it from Vinted. if I don't see it in the shops. But we went in the works, long story short, to try and buy those books. And look what I got. This is just the most adorable. I got my grandson a little Halloween colouring in, and I got my daughter a Christmas colouring in. And the pumpkin spice cafe colouring book is just too cute. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but look at that. It's got the quotes from the book and everything. And it was just all the coffees and everything, and she's just done that one. And because we had the hedgehog in the garden not long ago, so that's really funny. But look, I just thought that was just adorable. I think it was £4 or £5. But I need to do more of this sort of things, more relaxing things, and less on the phone. I'll get you some more things now. First up, some ankle boots, because I haven't got any in this colour and this heel height. And you know you're always going to want what you've not got, don't you? Because I'll put an outfit on and I'll think, oh, if only I'd got some ankle boots in brown. So I like the look of these. And shall we have a look at the gold? I forgot. Oh, there we go. I thought they looked very smart. I don't know how I'll manage with the heel because I'm just used to flats now, but how much were they? It doesn't even say how much they were. I'm not sure how much. Oh, wait a minute. They're the Paula range and they were 22, which is good, isn't it? They've got this sort of overlay as if they've been turned over. And obviously a side zip. I make a note to myself, never get anything that's a pull-on zip anymore, because I just can't be dealing with them and struggling, especially if I've got socks on. But let's see how I get on with those. I've not tried them. If they're not right, they'll go back, because I've spent too long in my life struggling with shoes and boots and things that don't fit, and you don't wear them, so they will go back if they aren't suitable. Now, I bought some clothes for the office. Don't know how I get on with them. They're grey. I'm not 100% into grey, but they were all together and they were all in the edit range, and I do like the edit range, so I grabbed them because there weren't many sizes left. So first up, we've got a waistcoat, which is full on trend, but I don't know if I'm a waistcoaty person because my arms will be cold and then I'll be miserable. And that was medium and it was £16 and it feels really soft. And so it's a light grey pinstripe. And obviously I put a blouse under that, so we'll see how that goes. It does look quite expensive, I think. Obviously it's got the fake pockets and it's pointy at the end. There was only a couple of those, so I just took that one up. Then I got a skirt, a long skirt, a bit flary. And again, this is really soft. And I was just thinking about the comfort factor and the fact that it's really going to be, you know, towards my ankles and just super cozy. And I got a large in this because I don't like them when they show every lump and bump. And that was 14. So we're going to try on tomorrow. I'm going to do that for you tomorrow and just get everything on. But I'm interested to see how that looks. And then it had a matching top, so I grabbed the top. Not sure about the top, to be absolutely fair. It's a zip up top in grey, same material, very soft. Does look quite warm, and this is my thought process. Can you wear your thermals under it? Well, I think you can, but I've been looking in Primark because they do have good thermals for a V-neck, because I find that the round necks come up. This is why I've got a scarf on, because the round necks come up too high. And so you don't like I don't like to be flashing a bit of thermal in the office and a bit of lace trim, because that is embarrassing. So I'm not sure. So that's the back, and it's sort of a bit flary. and that was a large because I picked the medium up and it looked very small. So that's 12. So we'll see how we get on with that. If it's a fail, it's all going straight back because I have got enough stuff. And then I bought a jumper because that was quite reasonable. Let me have a look. And this says contains wool, probably about 0.5% of wool. That's a medium 8, but I was taken with the colour of that, and obviously I've got a jacket that I need to wear, and I thought that would look nice with the jacket. Just thought a pop of pink with the matching lipstick would look nice. I've got quite a few polo necks, but not one that colour. I wonder how much wool it actually has. I don't think it tells me on there, but that was only just in, I think. So got that, and then I got some trousers. So these trousers, I've got like a seam down the front. They are so soft, and they are the Edit range, medium, £20, recycled polyester, elasticated waist, which we like. You can tuck the vest in, straight down, nice colour. But grey always reminds me of school uniforms. I wore grey and maroon, and I tell you what, I didn't wear greys and maroon for a long time. These have got like a tiny slit at the bottom. The jury's out on these. I will have to try them on, but they feel nice. But I think 20 is quite a lot of money, really, because there's not really much in them. I don't know if they look a bit massively wide as well at the bottom. So we'll see how we get on with those. And then the last thing I got was this cape, because I thought, again, cozy work. I put this on, even if I've got a jacket on, I can put this on, and I will show you a full length when we get into the haul business. But this was 14. I'll move back a little bit so you can see, and it's got this little catch on. So they did the catch in brown or black, and I thought these were quite elevated. And I will show you that when we get dressed up tomorrow. So it's quite lightweight, great for travel, absolutely brilliant for an aeroplane. And I think camel always looks expensive. So this is the catch. As I said, have a look if you like this and you always match with black. I've got a lot of this equestrian brown with the gold hardware, so I thought this was nice for me. But yeah, I could fling this on, pop to work, and we could be okay with that. The thing is with these as well, what I normally do as well is just wear them like scarves. You know, you can just like wrap it like a scarf. We'll see how this looks tomorrow when it's styled up. So that's all for now. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be back and we'll do the try on. On this one, I think it's a little bit tight, this waistcoat for me. I don't think this grey does anything for me whatsoever. We're modelling with the lovely thermals on, just so that you get the idea of the look. It feels comfortable, it's a little bit tight, and when it's tight I don't like that you can see the inner lining. You can sort of feel it's a bit raised here, and I didn't like that. I don't think it's flattering on the waist, because when you've got something like a skirt, then it sort of sticks on top of the skirt, and that doesn't make for a good waistline, I don't think. The skirt is super comfy, super cozy. So this is a large, and it's big on me. I would say too big, but it feels really nice. I do feel like I'm out of the industrial era and the old ages wearing it, and I don't think I'm going to keep it. I just styled it with some black ankle boots that I got from Primark in the summer. I've not worn them yet, and they look nice with it actually. I'm surprised. But this whole outfit, I don't think it's a keeper for me. I don't think it does anything for me. I don't think it's flattering at all, and so I won't wear it if I don't feel it looks nice and complimentary. So these two items are going back, but what I will do is try the matching top on to this, so you get to see how that is. So on this one, it was the right size. The large is good for me. It was so plain. I added a belt to match my patent boots. I put a patent belt on from River Island that I've had a while, that I really like. And then it had to have a scarf on, because I just felt like it was so boring as an outfit. It really needed to zuzz something up. So with a bit of colour with my Moschino scarf, I've got a pop of red. I would have red lipstick on. I've got the black to tie in with the boots and the belt, and then it's almost okay. But again, it's not flattering on me. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't think people would go, oh, you look nice. So it wouldn't stay, but honestly, it's nice and warm. It's nice and cozy, but I just don't think it's for me. I think it's too plain Jane for me. But if you like understated, definitely it's a good choice. And I like the length of the skirt. So for that, and then we've got the trousers, and then we're going to do the jumper that I liked. And Susan's back in the room. This is me. Pinks, colour, vibrant. I don't need to have a colour analysis to know that grey did nothing for me. I think the pink lipstick, pink blusher, I am sorted with this. I put a nice little necklace on that was from New Look or something like this. This jumper feels so nice. The trousers, I'm shocked. I actually really like them. I think the reason they were 20 is because of the pocket detail. These are so comfortable. You don't notice the little split at the side, and they look phenomenal. I think they are so cozy. They're so relaxed, but they still look so smart. I think when you've got that little a pleat down the front, the stitching, I think it looks so good, and it really gives it that polished look, because I have got some trousers similar to this in black from Primark that I wear a lot for work. They're about £8 or something, but I can see now why these are the extra, and they just super fit on the waist with the elastic band. Absolutely gorgeous, but they don't look like you're elasticated because you can't do buttons up. They do look lovely, and I'll now show you with my favorite jacket, which is from Vinted, and it's from the Twiggy range, so you can see how old that is, but it came to me absolutely perfect, brand new in all the original cellophane, and it's adorable, and I need to get it out and wear it more, so I'll show you the whole look. So I'm very happy with these two colours together, not so happy with the trousers. The trousers are coming across as very grey, whereas the jacket, if you can see, it has got a lot of like brown in, so I wouldn't wear the trousers with it. I'd probably stick to black if I'm honest, but I like the colour. This is just slightly off, and it just sets off the burgundy colour and the velvet accessory. So what do you think? I think that's lovely, and it feels so smart. I want to wear this jacket more. It's still got all the labels in and everything, and it has got the most phenomenal lining. I adore this coat. So I'll just show you again. So this is me going shopping in Manchester or Ilkley, which is my new favourite. This is me ready for the day. So I've got one more thing to show you, and that's the shawl, and then there'll be a blooper at the end, so hang on for that, and I can just have a little chat with you. This feels so luxe. I really love this, and this will be my shopping look. I've paired it with my suede cowboy boots, the ankle ones, which I can't live without. My turned up jeans from Vinted from M&S, which are my favourites, and a brown cashmere jumper, and something I bought from the charity shop a while ago. It's on one of my hauls, a wooden tusk, and a River Island bag, which again is on one of my hauls, which is a suede one, which is again with my cowboy style. So I'm hoping that you really enjoyed this haul. It's been quite a big one. I have enjoyed showing you everything. I am feeling that I prefer the bright colours on me. I'm not going to lie. I think we'll all agree that the grey wasn't happening for me. I hope you enjoyed all the Primark homewares and the home bargains and everything else, and it's given you some inspiration. I don't know what's coming on the next video, but I hope you'll tune in and see. If you haven't already, please log into your account, because I think that's the issue. People watch as a guest and they don't sign in. So please sign in and then add me as a subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes sure you see my videos. Sometimes they're every 2 or 3 days, and sometimes they're about 5 days. It just depends on how busy I am at home and what I've got to share with you. But I hope you will enjoy watching my videos and subscribe, so that we keep in touch with each other, and who knows what madness will be on the next one. But I hope you are well. Hope you have a lovely week. Thank you for watching, and if you stayed till the end, you will see the blooper. And take care of yourself. Bye everyone. So I think this is a miracle it got home in one piece, because Primark don't pack so brilliantly, do they? But this is adorable, and it's giving me very much Love Actually vibes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful glass little trinket dish. And I think that's, oh,